The Little Sleeping Beauty. One day at sunrise, when the moon had faded and the brown hills were turned to gold, a little boat came bobbing across the shining Sea of Galilee. And on the shore, a crowd of people like a rushing tide ran down to welcome Jesus. Many of them were poor, and many old and sick, barefoot beggars dressed in rags, and noisy children pushing and shoving the fine ladies, stepping on the toes of the wealthy merchants, craning their necks to see the quiet man whose face was turned to greet them and whose eyes were full of pity. And Jesus, standing tall among his robed disciples, stretched out his gentle hands to heal the blind, the sick, the lame. Then suddenly, pushing his way through the crowd, came a well-dressed man, Jairus, president of a Jewish church, a great man known to all. The people, bowing, stood aside to let him pass. Then Jairus, in his splendid robes, knelt down in the dust at the feet of Jesus. "Master," he said, "my little girl, my only child, is ill, and if you do not come at once and heal her, she will surely die." As he spoke, his face was wrinkled up with grief. So Jesus went with Jairus, and the people followed to see what he would do. But as they walked along the dry, hard path beside the deep blue sea, a man came to tell Jairus that his little girl was dead, and there was no need to trouble Jesus anymore. But Jesus said, "Have no fear, only have faith, she will be well." And taking his friends, Peter, James, and John, he followed Jairus to the big white house shaded by palm trees from the noonday sun. Everyone was crying and wailing. The mother was sobbing. Her little girl would be there no more, to play in the bright garden, singing like a bird beside the silver fountain. The tall, white-robed stranger, without so much as looking at the child, said calmly, "Do not weep. The little girl's not dead. She is asleep." "Asleep!" The people laughed, as if the doctors did not know better than he. But Jesus sent them all outside. Then, with the parents at his side and his 3 friends following, he went into the low, cool room where the little maiden lay. "My child," he said, and gently took her hand, "I say to you, arise." And the little girl sat up, then danced around the room and kissed her parents, who were crying now for joy. Then Jesus said, "Give her some food." He asked Jairus and his wife to tell no one what he had done, but others knew and told, and many people heard how Jesus brought the little girl to life to play and sing again around the silver fountain in her happy parents' garden. The end.
The Little Sleeping Beauty. There are always times in life where things don't go that we hope for, and there's hard things that sometimes we give up. Most everyone had given up on the Little Sleeping Beauty, but God was still able to do incredible things in her life, bring her back to life. For us in our lives, there's many things that we give up on because we don't know that God is on our side, the mighty God who's able to do strong things through us. Never give up. Hold on to our God.